Hello, as showing a token of appreciation for having nearly 200 subs, guys, I have decided to update my Blade Dancer guide. So this is up to the latest date. So first of all, let's begin talking about soul shield fuses. In order to fuse your soul shield sets with a critical fuse or whatever, you'll have to tag up the Soul Warden's crafting guide. You need to craft these and these, normal wood. Then you can craft this. You just need some items, it's kinda cheap. So make sure you get your free crit soul shields. Once you're done here, you go to Dragon Express and just buy it, exchange it. The purple ones are the best, so don't bother with these. Just get MSP soul shield set fully, as well as Magnum badge. Or just go for the Black Tower set, which is this one, if you can afford it, and use the Primal for soul badge. Unless you can afford the newest Courage soul badge, which I can't, unfortunately. Alright, let's talk now about the rotations. So obviously for the MSP soul shield set, it's more fun overall. Here I'm using the Pierce soul shield since I'm using it for 6 vs 6, but obviously you should have a critical infused soul shield set. So basically what you do is simple: get in range, press Z, X3, then you just start kind of cancelling. Keep going until your electric cell is down, then keep going again. And here don't use X yet, wait for cooldowns. And then you can go ahead again. Then you swap with C and keep going. Here my weapon reset the skill, so obviously you just start over again. etc. And use that whenever you can. So obviously the bracelet is an important item that will boost over your DPS. How it works is simple. Just press X and here's the buff. Basically by cancelling properly, you'll be able to have a bonus damage. So the build is here. It's the normal PvE build. Here you can either use parry or damage reduction. I just use this when I need to move quickly, and parry when I need to move. Well, I just need to deflect the boss, obviously. Here you can either use defense piercing or blade guard. I mean flash step or blade guard. This is more for solo content when the boss attacks you, like Sundered Nexus, where you have to parry the boss, or Yonsang, floor 20 or Motion Tower. Basically this is more for solo content. If you run the parried version, you should be able to easily deflect the arrow thrown at you. That is to say, AoE attacks that can be deflected. You either use Maelstrom or protect party if there's no one else who can do it and you know what to do, or you just use this one. This one works only on yourself and it's 2 seconds, this one works on the party. 3 seconds duration. As for the rest,
your friend has connected
this
to the
is
server.
for PvP. When you need to move quickly in tunnels, you can use this, which is simple. What it does is this. For instance, you need to get quickly away and your stamina bar is empty. Just press that, keep going. When it runs out, you press 2 and it will give you speed again. In order to move more, what you do is X, right click, right click, and you can move like this. and obviously you can use this as well. That is to cover a large amount of distance. This is explanatory. To boost your DPS you need it. PvP, PvE. You also need a book. Unlock best spell, it's very good. As for the BT social rotations. Rotations meaning what to do here. It's quite simple. Instead of using this, you just start with this. Do as much damage as you can. You can either ZX or XZ, it doesn't matter. Prefer ZX. Just keep going until your electric spear stacks are down. Then you press C. Keep going, your X will be back, now it's down. Like that as well. So that will extend your electric spirit or surge or whatever it's called. Don't get you any cancel, then you press E. Then your X will be back up again. And you just keep going like this. If you get some resets in between, it's X. Basically, it's XCV, that's self-explanatory. You can use V to reset your that if you want, but V is not really efficient in this Black Tower build. It's not as strong as for the MSP build, which is this one. So you should focus on X and C basically, and if you have the Courage Soul Badge, which I don't, you will change your C spell, which is this one that I use. If you have the Courage Badge, you change it to this one, because it will reset this. So if you don't have the Courage Badge and you're using Primal Badge, you just use this version, Tyrant 3. Get the book as well if you can. It's quite simple, you just have to get the Zen pins. I'll actually show you where it is. Need some, not here, the other one. Basically you need to stock up on these, and I believe, here we go. You have the books. So what to say next? For open world PvP, this is expert build. You go MSP soul shields for piercing 40-20. And if you know how to play, Magnum Badge always with MSP. If you know how to play, you will do excellent damage. This also works for Toy. So here you could actually use Flaming Scourge. Unfortunately, because of the Ascendant weapon, if you use this and the opponent has the Ascendant weapon, it will not work because it will drain all your chi. So what I do is use this, that way my chi won't be drained. The rotation is simple. First you try to burn his tab, doing this or slipping him, stun and sleep. This one spell, the boot spell, actually sleeps opponents that are stunned. In order for this stun to hit, you need to attack him from behind. So I need to do this basically. Sleep him, get away, he uses here, assuming he has used this tab, it's simple. You can get protection, press 2, mix 3. Wait, that's actually wrong. Basically, these two spells will hurt him a lot, then you follow up with this and finish him with this. If he's not geared and if you have decent gear, he'll be dead. And of course, if you have excellent gear, which I don't, as you can notice, he will die from just this, perhaps. And if you do VXV combo, he'll be dead 100% sure. So let's recap. You stun, assuming he burned his tab. Then you press V and stun him in between. It's difficult to explain, but if you watch my OPVP videos, you'll understand. As for the PvP build, this is what I use. It works in general. You can copy the build and see how it goes for you. But the point is to engage with Ariel. Can do the most basic thing to do is press X and do your combo. Then when it's down, you just press C and get away. If he burns his stat, you follow up with this, and you canceling in between, etc. So I'll talk again about how to cancel properly as play tensor. Let's get the gear back. So how to cancel? I'll show you. Here when you press T, you see 2 damage. It attacks twice, you see? Here you have 2 attacks. So in order to cancel properly, you must time your flicker when the 2 attacks hit. 1, 2, flicker, 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 1, 2, flicker. What you can do is you must begin with F or always begin with F in PvE. Because you always have electric surges. Here you see 2 attacks. How to spot on the DPS meter if you're... Wait, I'll go to the training room. It'll be easier to explain there. In order to see if you're canceling properly, just go somewhere where there's a DPS meter and check for yourself. So let's assume I'm attacking. Alright, here as you can see, I have 22 lightning flashes and 11 flickers, which means my cancel was good, because since your lightning flash attacks twice, it must have double the amount that your flicker has. So if you have 12 flickers, you must do 24 lightning flashes. You can practice until you do it correctly. There are 2 ways to tell if you're canceling properly, in order to train, I mean. The first is use damage here. You can see 2 stacks. 1, 2, attack. 1, 2, attack. 1, 2, attack. 1, 2, attack. Or you can check the animations. For instance, here. You see the blade goes up. You must attack when the blade goes up. Here it's up, attack, etc. So what you can also do in order to cancel is, instead of pressing the buttons, you just hold F. Here I'm holding F. Doesn't really work. Basically what you do is hold F and you press flicker whenever the blade is up. Here I'm holding F. Sometimes it doesn't work if you have a lag spike or something, so I don't really recommend doing it. But if you're tired or something, or if you want or if you have a stable connection, just hold F and click on quicker whenever you have to. It's not consistent for me, maybe I'm doing it wrong. What I prefer to do is just press the buttons. That's it for any cancelling. So as I said, in order to move, if you hit the flash tab, here assuming you get knocked back, you can just press this and get back in range. That's why I prefer using it. However, you can also use this version in order to block the opponent's attacks.
Death awaits those who resist the darkness.
Here I parried it. You can also use the deflect. Here I deflected it. Works like this. Anyways, it's not really useful in my opinion unless you're soloing content and have low HP, or have to parry someone who's charging at you, like Yonsang, the robot in the Mushin Tower, or the Sundered Nexus last boss, Beido, etc. You have to, I mean the bosses where the normal parry doesn't work, you have to actually use this in order for them to stop, to get stunned. This counts basically as a block. So if you like blocking, just use it, by all means. What I prefer to do is use this one in group content simply because I can get in range. If the boss knocks me back or I have to go back, I get back in range. For big attacks like this, you have to use this. HMP. So what haven't I already said? Concerning the gems, they have a new system where you can trade tradable Hongmu gem powders for the gems. Just go to Dragon Express gems and just exchange it. They usually have deals where you can buy them cheap. Just buy them if you have Hongmoon coins or whatever. It's pretty cheap. Anything that has fixed price is worth buying. And basically this will give you free hexagonal gems, which you can then transmute if you like, if you have extra gold, for heptagonal gems, etc. Here you need Hongmoon gem fragment, which I assume is 10 gem powders. Anyways, I think that's all I had to say, and I noticed now that my socials were not complete. Anyways, let's start again and show you how to basically how to play with the BT set and compare with the MSP set.
Death awaits those who resist the darkness.
So of course you can also use that as a means to iframe the boss's attack. And that's basically it for this set. Here you can see that I don't have 100 lightning flashes, which means the anti-cancelling was okay but not perfect. Now let's compare how to play with the MSP set. I don't have crit infused soul shields, so don't look for the DPS meter comparison. So here use a magnum patch. Wait, that's one. Alright, basically you engage, you run like this. And that's how you rotate the MSP socials and magnum patch. So that's basically it. Unfortunately, I don't think there's more to say here. For the items you need these, which are easy to get now because Black Tar got nerfed. And the most important item, I guess, is the bracelet. When you get it to stage 10, it's very powerful. And if you're just beginning, get your belt and necklace in priority from Desolate Tomb and Narya Foundry. Then you can move on to your accessories, which I don't have again. Basically get your lightning accessories from the Black Tower, then work on your bracelet, or you can do vice versa if you prefer to spam Narya Sanctum. Get your accessories stage 3 or 6 and get your bracelet stage 9 or 10, depending if you can afford it or not. Our necklace and belt should be stage 6. Ignore the pet for now, the costs are horrible. Fortunately for me, I upped it when it was cheaper. Let's hope they change it. As for the soul, if you can, just get the ascending soul for PvE. It's a quite nice change, which will require a lot of money. Unless you know life an event that gives you oils. I think I said everything now, so again thank you guys for the 200 subs, and I hope you learned a thing or two. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments below. Peace guys.